you've been around my channel for a while, you know that My Chemical Romance is a band with things to say. I'm particularly a fan of their album, The Black Parade, which tells the story of a hospital cancer patient who is struggling with depression, dark thoughts, difficult relationships, and the unknown future of what's to come when he dies. The album does a great job of telling a story from beginning to end, but the song I want to talk about today with you is Disenchanted. It's the 12th song and the second from the end, not counting the hidden track. So at this point, there's very little hope left for the patient, and he's finally become disenchanted with the life that he had had. And it feels like in this song, he's trying to disenchant others as well. Before we go any further, I want to make a quick shout out to Christian Bray, a patron supporter of this channel. Christian supports me on Patreon at a level that allows him to choose one song for me to explain each month, and this month, he wanted Disenchanted by My Chemical Romance. Thanks for your support, Christian, and let's jump into it. I think most interesting in the first stanza of this verse are the lines, "We watched our lives on the screen. I hate the ending myself, but it started with an alright scene." So he's talking about life as something that we experience from a third-person perspective, and he's saying that he enjoyed the first part of the movie, but the last half of it, not so much, the part where he's suffering with cancer. And at times it feels like the narrator of the cancer patient is also being conflated with the singer of the band. Here in the second stanza of verse 1, "It was the roar of the crowd that gave me heartache to sing. It was a lie when they smiled and said you won't feel a thing." And it feels like Gerard Way is identifying with the cancer patient and saying life is difficult and things suck. You know, it was great when I was a kid and I wasn't depressed and I didn't have certain thoughts that I wish I didn't have, but now that I'm older, things just aren't as good as they used to be. And even though there are those who tell me that, you know, it's okay, just get over it, keep moving, I still have these thoughts. So often I sought to replace a slot with what I once bought. And in the pre-chorus, we're continuing this relationship between singer and cancer patient. "If I'm so wrong, how can you listen all night long? Now will it matter after I'm gone because you never learned a goddamn thing?" It really feels like he's saying to the listeners in the audience, hey, like I'm gonna die too, and if I'm talking about these depressing things but you keep listening to me, like nothing matters, and this song shouldn't be making you happy or shouldn't be making you want to come back for more. What are you even thinking? And that leads us into the equally sad chorus, "You're just a sad song with nothing to say about a lifelong wait for a hospital stay," talking about death, talking about what's coming at the end, and he's calling our lives sad songs because they'll end in death as well. Whoa, gosh, that is depressing stuff. Thankfully, there are reasons to keep living and there are things to look for. You should look around on my channel for Logic's song 1-800, etc., etc. It's a really, really good song and it has a lot to say about exactly this topic, and I wish only that My Chemical Romance would have maybe listened to the song before they recorded Disenchanted. Verse 2 talks about being disenchanted even more. "I spent my high school career spit on and shoved to a grease so I could watch all my heroes sell a car on TV." What's more depressing than feeling like your heroes, the people you look up to, want something out of you, that you're just a dollar bill to them? Ew. But My Chemical Romance is willing to get serious about this. Bring out the old guillotine, we'll show them what we all mean. So they're like deadly serious about how much they hate the way things are. They're willing to let heads roll. And I don't think they're actually planning to kill anybody, but it's kind of like this sort of emo attitude of like everybody else can just die because it doesn't matter. And that's basically the idea behind Disenchanted by My Chemical Romance. It is a sad, dark, depressing song, and it makes sense that it would be coming from the perspective of a cancer patient, though I hope, and I know it's not always the case, that people would be able to, at the end of their lives, look back on the good they had done or the experiences that they had had and be thankful for those. None of us is guaranteed any amount of time, so I think it's important that we value what matters so that when we get into a situation like that, we're able to look back and see all of the good that was done in, around, and through our lives. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope that this was interesting to you and that you're not completely depressed. If you do suffer from depression or from suicide, calling 1-800-273-8255 is a fantastic idea. It's the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, and if what My Chemical Romance is talking about is vibrating with you on a deep, almost spiritual level where you maybe lack the strength to keep going, or you're considering suicide or experiencing those thoughts, please call that number. That's 1-800-273-8255. Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you, Christian, for suggesting. Even when a song is this dark and difficult, it's still important to talk about these topics. So I appreciate the suggestion. I appreciate support from my patrons, including Christian, and I also appreciate the support of everybody watching this video right now. Thanks guys, and have a great day.